Hello everybody, Ben Austin here, your New Rules golf coach, and today we're at the Deerfield Golf Club in Newark, Delaware. So I recently got an email from a gentleman asking me to do another video about why he doesn't hit the ball solid all the time. He stated in the email how he tends to chunk them and top them, and I thought I'd give him a little video here, give you an idea of what could be happening and what to look for. So as you can see, I'm pretty bundled up. We made it through Hurricane Sandy all right. Brought a cold front, so it's pretty chilly out, but that's not going to stop us today. So a couple things that you look for when you're talking about why you're not hitting the ball solid. So the main thing that is happening is, you know, when you set up to a golf ball, the shaft for the most part is pretty vertical. It might have a little bit of lean, but we're going to say for the most part it's pretty straight up and down. Well, when you actually hit a ball, you want the shaft to be more forward than when you address it. You know, so you don't want to get into the habit of starting off like this. But when you set up here, when you swing and actually hit the ball, you want the shaft more forward when you strike it. You know, so golf's very similar to other sports in the regard that you're striking an object. So, you know, in my lessons, I'll give people the idea that, you know, you'd never see a baseball player try to hit a home run and go like this. You know, I mean, that guy or that girl wouldn't get past T-ball. I mean, they'd struggle. And at the same time, you never see somebody try to hit a hockey puck and go like that. You know, I mean, if you did that, you would obviously catch on to it pretty fast of why am I struggling at this? You know, so just like in those other sports, when you hit a baseball, the moment that they hit it, I mean, their right wrist is bent back and their left wrist is pretty flat. Now, granted, in baseball, there's no club face, so they tend to slice the ball a lot, but, you know, when you look at a good ball striker in golf, the moment they hit it, it's going to be pretty similar. You know, so this left wrist is going to be flat, this right wrist is going to be bent back, and you can see how that shaft is leaning more forward when I strike it than when I set up. So, two things that I want you to take away from this video, and we're going to show you a quick drill. First thing is that your arms in golf always go up and down, okay? Your body turns to a basic degree, side to side, okay? So if you were to combine those two motions, that would be your backswing, your downswing, and your follow through, okay? Now what happens to most people when they're not hitting the ball solid is they are what we call flippers or scoopers. So when they come down, you can see when I start down here, I have some hinge here. See this angle? So as they come down, they try to get under it or scoop it. And see that person, when they hit a golf ball, if you look at my right wrist here, you can see how my right wrist is pretty straight, maybe even a little bit bowed, compared to how it's more bent back. Okay? So what you're going to work on here is training your hands first. Now there's a lot more into it, but train your hands on not to be flippers. You know, you don't want to try to scoop it and get under it. You want to try to pop the ball. So we got to keep this right wrist back and keep this left wrist flat. Okay? So what you're going to do is put a couple golf balls down, couple feet apart, and this is going to create an imaginary line. So this is called the line drill. Now what you're going to do is set up with this basically in the middle of your stance and work on getting divots to start right on that line. So if I were to zoom that camera in, that divot started right on the line and was afterwards. So the divot was after the line. If I was a flipper or scooper, that club would hit behind the line. So I would want to make sure I do this drill a good amount learning how do I need to get that club to hit the line. You know, so everybody's a little bit different, but for people that don't hit the line every time, you know, 99% of them are doing this. So you want to do this drill, see, can I get a divot to hit that line? And if I can't, why is that happening? Are my hands slipping? Probably yes. So once you get divots to hit that line, you put a ball on the line. All right, so now I'm going to set up to this ball. I'm going to take my backswing, and as I come down, I'm going to try to get my hands leading and get the club head to hit the line. So basically, I'm trying to hit ball, then divot. Okay? So I'm just going to hit a shot here at this flag. I'm going to put my line drill this way. And I'm going to try to get my divot to hit that line. Okay, so if I look at that divot, pretty good. You know, so I would say it might have been 1/8 of an inch behind, but it was pretty close. It was solid for the most part. Might have caught it just a little heavy. So then on the next shot, I would have to get my divot more forward. Okay, so I hope that this kind of gives you something to go from. You know, start with your line drill. See if you can get divots to hit the line, and if you can't, understand and try to figure out, what do I have to do with my hands to not do this, but to keep them more like this when I hit it. You know, so in golf, you're trying to strike a golf ball. You're not trying to get under it and flip it up. Okay? So I hope this helps. Work on your line drill. You'll understand how to hit the ball more solid. It'll help every part of your game. Visit BenAustinGolf.com, DeerfieldGolfClub.com, and you can also check out SwingReader.com. Have a great day.